This is one of them.
This is one of them. Imagine being told to pay child support for a kid that is not yours or go to jail. That was the order the state handed down to a Detroit man.
So today, he turned himself in, but here's what happened when 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell went with him to court.
Carnell Alexander walked into the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice knowing in moments he could lose his freedom.
I stayed up all night, couldn't sleep, thinking about it.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his. A child he doesn't even know.
I haven't even had a chance to really speak to him, except for one time when we took the DNA test.
Nonetheless, right now, under the law, he's a deadbeat dad. Today, he turned himself in to the judge as ordered.
Scared because I've been before this judge before.
But this time, he had attorney Cherika Harris, who volunteered to help after seeing his story on 7 Action News. The judge said he will not go to jail for today.
Thank you. Thank Ms. Harris. And hope that we can resolve this soon.
I'm just trying to help him with his future.
Though the threat of jail is on hold, it is not over. Carnell Alexander still owes more than $30,000 to the state for a child that's not his because the mom wrote his name down because she needed to name someone in order to get welfare benefits.
And I had to put him down as the father. That was the only way I can get the system.
Now,
I'm almost homeless. I'm almost in jail. I'm out of work. My money is being threatened to be taken.
Carnell isn't just worried about how this is impacting him. He says the law needs to be changed so when this happens, as it often does, other men don't become dad by default.
We can be defaulted into being a father of a child that is not ours. I don't understand that law, but it is a law in place.
In Detroit, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
Yeah, you would think that mother would have to pay that money back instead of him. He's not the father's child.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory, honor that's due to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone, blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. What you're witnessing here is an unjust system, okay, an unrighteous system that has nothing to do with the Most High or the laws of the Most High, okay, because this guy, which this is a pretty old story. I think it came out a few years ago, about a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, this guy's paying child support because some dingbat broad decided to put his name down so she could get benefits. But if it's that simple to just write motherfuckers down and forge people's names and identities and social security numbers on documents, shouldn't that be a crime too? Okay, because clearly that's forgery for you to just put somebody's name down. All the men you dealt with, like, oh, well, I'm gonna just choose. This is what she did, right? She had a hat. You know how they do the little raffle shit. Put a nigga name in a hat, shake it up, and put it on the table. Whichever name popped out, she put the nigga's name down there, all because she don't know or care to get in contact with the real father. Which shows you how trifling these women are, man. Okay, and the fact that the judge, which is a female judge and a black judge, which shows you how openly wicked this place is, how openly wicked this society perpetuates evilness against the people of the Most High. There's no outcry about this. You would think that would be protesting child support like they're trying to do the Vanessa Nation thing. But yet Jake is getting duped in the court by these unjust laws. And he said, well, it's a law. It's not a law. Okay, child support was not enacted into law. Okay, that's not a law. It's voluntary. But a lot of Jake don't know that because you don't do your research, and the systems they tie you up with their wording. Okay, they're basically enter you into an unlawful agreement with the state, which why is he paying money to the state if allegedly he owes the mother, which shows you that the child support system is not righteous and is got to be brought down. And all the women that tried to use that system to destroy men, the Most High is going to destroy you, because that's a motherfucking web right there. That's a trap. And then the fact that you have a so-called black woman, so-called judge, which child support hearings don't have judges. They have what they call administrative assistants. They're not real judges. Okay, they're just overseers as to what goes on. They're not even judges. And on top of that, you can't have a judge that sit in a child support hearing because they have what they call a financial interest in the case, meaning they can make money off you. So therefore, why do you got a black woman in there that totally 9 times out of 10 despises men of color? Because this is what Esau does. This shit is not by accident. You know, when he have his little state and city and government jobs and, you know, Paul Bearing or the little court job, whatever you want to call it, you know, being a magistrate, he makes sure he meticulously select people that have particular biases towards men of color or somebody that his system is not going to protect. So he makes sure he set up people in power that for his biasness of his system. So therefore, if you're on the opposing end of the tyranny, you have no defense, because any lawyer tell you, oh, well, a child support lawyer ain't gonna help you. They're just gonna tell you to comply and do this and this and that. Like when Jake get taken to court for alimony, they get taken for everything they got. Why? Because hey, they don't have a defense in their name. They don't have defense. You know, they don't have nobody that's gonna defend their rights. And reality of it is, you don't even need a lawyer. You could go in there and fight your own case. You know, but they railroad Jake with all this paperwork, man. You know, all this so-called agreement and this and that. I put a man's name down, so therefore he has to play the father. Get the hell out of here. That's wicked. Why ain't nobody arresting her for forging documents, which holds anywhere between 5 and 7 years? She can go to jail for 5 years. That's about putting that man's information on a document, man. But nobody's crying out about that. Okay, that's why you women, man, you have a hell to pay. The Lord have a straight up blood oath with you, a bloodlust with you. And he's allowing you to get extremely proud. So when the time that the hammer comes down, there's not going to be no disputing that the Most High had a vendetta against you, because Esau allows this. And look at her face, man. You know why she looked down? Because she knows she's guilty of the same shit. And I'm just speaking through the spirit. Because if you paid attention to our accountants, she had her head down. And you could tell that she forced to say, well, the woman should be paying that back, which is true. But you can kind of tell that she kind of forced herself to say that, because these women, they all agree with that. These women all agree with putting you on child support and taking money from you and marrying these top celebrity football players and shit. You know, after 10 years, they can get everything. You know, 9 years of your marriage, everything is cool. But the last and final year, she starts behaving like a demon. And all of a sudden, now you're getting divorced. Like I was watching this simple ass nigga, D.L. Hughley, and he had the chick on his show. They were talking about how we were always told don't date no broke men. Why? Because you want to take him for everything that he has? Because they making a big deal out of, what's this man's name? They making a big deal out of this dude, Kevin Samuels, because he's been going in on a woman tip lately, and he's pushing a high value man, which he set up, you know, because a lot of things he say is really not on point. You know, talking about a high value man determines how much money you have. That's clearly not true, because the highest value men in this society are the prophets of the Lord. And no, we're not the richest men on the planet Earth, which shows you that money and riches profit nothing in the day of wrath. Because when the day of wrath comes, what all that money gonna do when you ain't got the name of the Lord and you don't know how to navigate out here? It ain't gonna mean the damn thing, man. All right. So anyway, this is Proverbs 29, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start. I just had it. Man, I just had it. Where's the scripture at? Yep, Proverbs 29 and 16. It says here, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall. That's right. The righteous are the men of the Lord. The men of Yahweh Shai, starting with the elect men first. That's the righteous. Okay? This system is based on oppression of Israelites. Because how in the hell can this man go to jail for a child that's clearly not his? That's unrighteous, man. So why is he paying for something that he didn't bring forth into the world? And she's allowed to just go ahead and put the man on child support with nobody questioning her facts? Which shows you, man, this is an unrighteous kingdom, you know? Because, where's the scripture at, man? Just had it. Give me 1 second. I just had it, man. Yep, verse 27, it says, and an unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is an abomination to the wicked. Right. So we're bringing out this information and we're speaking on these things. We're an abomination to the wicked, but the unjust man is abomination to the just. Okay, because this is clearly wicked, you know? Like, listen to it again.
That was the order the state handed down to a Detroit man.
So today, he turned himself in, but here's what happened when 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell went with him.
And you women had hell to pay. I'm going to just say that.
Carnell Alexander walked into the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice knowing in moments he could lose his freedom.
I stayed up all night, couldn't sleep, thinking about it.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and to pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his.
Right. So my thing is this. In order for them to even do that, they need to establish paternity first. But how is he wrong for fighting against the state? How are you wrong for that? That's why if I was this man in this particular position, paying for a kid that's not mine, I would sue the hell out the state. I would get them for a couple of millions. And I'll fight that court because, hey, you have nothing else. What do you have to gain? I mean, what do you have to lose? You're not in the truth. You can apply all your time to the world. You know, you ain't serving your how was shy. So your best bet is to go after them. All your resources and get them for what you can get them for. You know, that's what Jake is out here doing. Jake is taking these unrighteous cases, which is under the color of law. It's not law. Okay, Title 4D is not law. It's under the color of law. It's not a law. It's not anything that you can go to jail for. That's just like Burger King sending you a letter in the mail saying because you didn't try a new Whopper, now I'm gonna sue you for everything you got and take your wages. Why? Because I don't want to eat your nasty ass Whopper. That's all that this shit is. And if Jake knew that, you know, they'll do better. And another thing too, man, stay the hell away from these women. You know, if you're going to deal with these women, deal with them, get in and out, or however you're going to do it. Don't be putting babies in these chicks, man. Because I'm trying to tell you, man, this day and age, unrighteousness have totally circumvented the globe. So, hey, brothers, be careful when you dealing with these little harlots out here, man. If you're going to pop them or have fun with them or whatever you do is your business, but overall, don't be putting babies in these women, especially the ones that ain't going to be down with you. All right? That's why he's going through this now, even though it's not his, but still just to show you that Babylon is a damn trap, man. Okay? Because the fact that he ain't even get her pregnant and she's able to fucking put his name in something. So let's just say if you was dealing with a chick and she was pregnant or, you know, an ex-chick or something, she could just say, oh, well, you know, this is his kid. This is his baby. We going to make him pay for it. Hell no. Okay? So, Proverbs 29 and 1. Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Okay? Yeah, people are mourning, you know, because people, they're on lockdown. You know, they can't move as freely as they once did. They're being restricted to certain places. You know, you have that brazen wall, so to speak, over your head that you can't really get over. You know, you're limited. Your abilities are limited in this society, man. Even if you sell out, you know, it's levels to selling out. But even then, sellouts, they're still in slavery. Because look at this guy, R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he did to piss off the elites, now, hey, he's paying for it. Okay, now you're going to have people trying to fight over his estate, trying to get his money, women that he dealt with. It's all a fucking trap, man. That's why it says the price of fame costs in this kingdom. You know? Another precept here. Isaiah 10. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Okay? Unrighteous decree, the laws. These particular amendments or these particular laws that they're putting in office so Jake can be totally oppressed by, because child support has destroyed millions of Jakes, man. Okay? They call that stuff the darling of the court, which that's how the judges take on their bonuses, their pensions and all this other shit. Because how the hell you owe the state money when that's your kid? Because check this out. Upon birth, you're signing a birth certificate. You're basically signing your kid over into the elites. So if you sign your kids over to the elites, by law, they should be the one providing for them, putting food in their mouth. Why you coming after me when basically these are your slaves now? You know, it's like I give you a slave, you get the benefits off of it, you get the taxes off the motherfucker, but I got to pay for this kid's well-being, putting him through school, clothes, food, shelter, all these things. But yet I just signed them over into your hands by signing a birth certificate, but I got to pay the tab. Unrighteous, man. You know, you should be paying the child support. If I'm supposed to be giving money to the mother for the kid, why the fuck is the state a third party? Especially when they're not getting all, the parent ain't getting all the money, you know, because they have federal funding behind that. Even if they did give it a whole lump sum of cash, they have what they call federal funding. So whatever they do dish out, it gets replenished. And all this money goes into judges, the doctors, the lawyers, the politicians. This is how they buy their $80 million homes a year. Off your back, man. You know? And it says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless, man. Because only an enemy would go down there and put a man's name on a birth certificate that ain't his kid, or say that this is his kid. Only an enemy would do that. That's why we say that, brothers, the majority of these women are your enemies. I don't give a damn if she's cool with you for one day. Let things go bad and you're going to see how she's going to do a 360 flip on you. Then you're going to realize, like, oh, wait a minute, this is the goddamn enemy I've been sleeping with. And it shows, you know. And it says, what will ye do in the vegetation and desolation which should come from afar? To whom will ye flee for help? And to where will ye leave your glory? Okay, because, hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, they're showing themselves through these prophecies, all right, through the chariots, through the men of the Lord on the highways and the byways. Hey, man, the Most High is really doing a number on this place. So it's just a matter of time before all this shit that we going through is its end game. Because like I said, all you women that put your men on child support, the Most High is going to destroy you. Better read Isaiah 32. Last precept, Micah 7:10. It says here, for I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause. So, you know, double-edged sword. We sinned against the Lord. This is the punishment we eating. But nonetheless, he says, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. Because, hey, the remedy for wickedness and sin is death. Okay? And it says here, for he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness, which is this truth. Verse 10, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, what is the Lord thy power? Because usually when women do things like this, they're not thinking that the Most High is going to judge them. They don't believe in a higher power that would do anything of such sort. Because in their case or their defense, well, he ain't done nothing to me yet. So what do I have to worry about? But they don't understand that the Most High is a power. He's long-suffering. You know, and he gets you when you least suspect it. And it says here, my eyes shall behold her. Now she should be trodden down as the mire of the streets, man. So, hey, you black women, you've been talking shit to these men, to the men of the Lord. You've been disrespectful. You've been using this system against us to aid in our downfall. We'll call us deadbeats and broke and bums and all this, but you've used the system to cripple your men. Hey, in due time, real soon, the Most High is going to start visiting each and every last one of you demons, man. And with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. With that, Shalom and a bubble ball.